He's not wearing any pants.
I'm not filming with him in here.
Great grandma's sleeper pics. Hey. That's better to wake up to.
Hey fantasy football fans.
Thanks for tuning in to week 10 of
Hot Tub Sleeper Picks.
We're officially at the mid-season point, and how's your team doing?
If you listened to us last week, well, let's just take a look. Now those are some stats. Well, let's get started. This week with my sleeper pick, James Starks, a running back for the Green Bay Packers. This week, the Packers welcome the Vikings to Lambeau Field, and I'm expecting a bit more of a game than most other experts. Both teams have dismal pass defenses, and I really think that the Vikes behind pounder can pull an upset. My thought is Coach McCarthy does too. So expect him to control the tempo when he can with Starks. Yes, the Vikes can stop the run, but with Rodgers on the field, there will be some lanes, and count on Starks finding them to the tune of 100 yards rushing and a touchdown.
Nice. Before I offer up my pick, let's head over to the bedroom.
Thanks, Jackie. Welcome to this week's
Stardom Sid'em Slumber Party. Well, last week's choices from the bedroom didn't really pan out.
Well, let's do better. My must-start this week is Reggie Bush, running back for the Miami Dolphins. I know a lot of you out there are going to shake your head, but consider this. Bush has been having a decent little season all along, averaging close to 75 yards, a little more than 13 touches. This week, we finally got to see what Bush could do for a whole game, and it was great. The Finns have to know keeping Bush active is the path to winning. This week, the Skins and their 22nd ranked Rush D come to town. Look for Miami to get win number 2 and for Bush to have close to 150 all-purpose yards with another touchdown, maybe 2.
Amazing. You're starting Reggie Bush, and I'm sitting Larry Fitzgerald. What a season. So yeah, you've got to sit Arizona Cardinals' lonely superstar Larry Fitzgerald this week. Regardless of who the signal caller is, Arizona has Philly coming to town, and that means a secondary that's finally gelling. Gets to double team the stud and force a group of average receivers to beat them. It isn't going to happen. Then mix in a broken Beanie Wells as the lead running back, and you have a recipe for disaster. If I were a betting woman, I'd say the only Cardinal worth starting this week is tight end Jeff King. But back to Larry, bench him unless you really want a 40-yard day in your stat line.
Thanks, Kyla and Brandy. So my sleeper pick this week is going to be Matt Castle, quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs. This week, KC faces off against the Denver Broncos at Arrowhead. If there's anything we all learned from last week's games, it's that both of these defenses can hemorrhage yards to the passing game. So why should this week be any different? It won't be. Expect a high-scoring game where both sides score touchdown after touchdown until the final whistle blows. Castle has the talent to be a top 10 QB in this league, and with Bo, Breston, and Baldwin lining up with him, this will be the week we finally see that passing game fire on all cylinders. Just like his stat line in week 5, expect Castle to finish with 3+ touchdowns and 250 or so yards. He's probably a better start than Brady, Eli, or Rivers this week.
You did not just say that Castle is going to be better than Rivers this week.
Yeah, I did.
All right, crazy. So before my pick, let's head over to this week's injury nurse, Hillary.
Thanks, Kristen. This week I'm looking at the injury to Miles Austin and his hammy. Sure, everyone is lining up to nab Laurent Robinson this week, and you've got to try. But if Robinson is gone, look to Cleveland. Their #1 receiver, Masquad, just hurt his head after returning from a concussion. It's no secret that Greg Little is the man of the future for the Browns wideouts. With this injury, the future is now. No more excuses. Get him now because Colt McCoy's job is on the line, and Little is the man that can save him.
Finally, my sleeper pick this week is Jerome Simpson, wide receiver for the Cincinnati Bengals. This week, the Pittsburgh Steelers come to town reeling from a tough game versus Baltimore.
On the other hand, the Red Rifle-led Cats looked poised all game against the Titans and now sit tied atop the AFC North. This game will be the one to watch this week. If Pittsburgh has a chance, they have to lock up AJ Green, which they'll do, leaving Simpson open and ready for more than his regular share of targets. I'm calling it. Look for Cincinnati to win this one and for Simpson to be a big reason why.
Wow, I'm surprised you didn't pick someone from your Colts this week. I mean, I know some people around here think that they might win their first game, but I'm not too sure about that.
Okay, thanks for jinxing my team. But since you did, with Dallas Clark gone for the season, I know we'll see Austin Collie in the end zone this week. I honestly think Painter is going to look really good against your Jags.
Okay, now you're crazy.
All right, let's wrap this up.
Thank you guys for watching, and before you go, please do not forget to like this video. Click that little thumbs up button. It's the easiest way to let us know that you care.
And don't forget to leave a comment. Each week we pick the best, and they win some HTSP swag via the U.S. Postal Service. Write something nice, and it could be you.
Congratulations, Sweeper 2303. You're absolutely right. We are better than the Yahoo gurus.
Well, that's all for now.
Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Thanks for sticking around. This week's waiver wire ad is Leonard Hankerson, the Washington Redskin rookie wide receiver. The former Miami Hurricanes stud has had a hard time breaking into the starting lineup, but with DC's season looking lost, he's expected to be on the field a ton. Physically, Hankerson is pretty average, but there's a healthy dose of something special with this guy, and he could be worth inserting in your lineup before season's end. Grab him while you can. He's got star player written all over him.